This is a new wave, where things have evolved. The game ain't the same as it once was. This is NBA Live. Here, you can be the one and shine like the league's best. Anybody can get shook or dunked on or crossed up. And your newfound control over your strength, skills, and style is a beautiful thing. So do you want to be the one or the one who gets left behind? You have the ability to dominate on both ends of the court. It's all in your hands now. But remember this, the path to being the greatest, being the one, does not stop at the NBA. The game continues in the playgrounds, the schools, and the local gyms. This is where every real player developed their love for the game, where they paid their dues, earned their reps, and rode their own wave. From pickup games at the Rucker, to Pro-Am games at the Drew, to the bright lights of the NBA. The paths to greatness are limitless. And trust me, this game ain't the same. Are you ready to be the one?
you see the difference? You ready to be the one?
The Houston Rockets.
I remember being broken down bad. Now I pay nothing for my sneakers cause I'm nav. He can't get a feature so he mad. I ain't nothing like these rappers, they won't last. I don't wanna call it, now she sad. Cause I'm getting money, and living fast. Every time I dress, I'm popping tags.
Let's start creating your look. Now it's time to decide what kind of player you want to be. First, now, let's define your style of play. Now, it's time to choose your player's height and weight. Every choice you make here will affect your player's physical capabilities, both good and bad. So choose wisely before you lock in.
I just spent 300 on some super guy might fly away. Super loud, cash got mad because of day.
Like millions of other kids, dreamed of one day being in the NBA. You wanted to be a star, and someday to rise above and become the greatest to ever play. You dreamed of being the one. But the road to stardom is never easy. There are obstacles, injuries, and disappointments. Adversity is universal. It can happen to anyone at any time. And one day, it happened to you. You went from being a guaranteed lottery pick to a kid who may never even play college ball again.
Now, look, it's always bad to hear about injuries, especially to college kids, of course.
Yeah.
But Stephen A. Smith, this one is particularly disheartening because we are 2 weeks into the season and one of the top NBA prospects in the country goes down potentially with a season-ending injury, a knee injury. That's a killer.
I couldn't agree more. When I heard he was carried off the floor today, all you can do is find yourself hoping that he'll make it back. That's the bottom line. But my heart goes out to him because I didn't expect this. This is a devastating injury. It's never good to have something like this happen to you.
The team doctor broke the news. Torn ACL, sprained MCL, and a torn meniscus. Surgery was scheduled, but your game will likely never be the same. At the 2016 NBA draft, your name is still mentioned. Not as a prospect, but as a cautionary tale.
Now, there's another huge story in this year's record number of underclassmen, 30 of them, undrafted. And I hope, anyway, that this is a lesson. This serves as an example to college players. I'm not talking about the ones who are genuinely one and dones, the guys you know are going to be lottery picks. I mean the rest of them. They're not sure shots. You're not sure they're going to be lottery picks. Don't just use the college system for a year thinking you're going to bounce. It doesn't work like that. If you don't have the talent, it doesn't work. You got to be cultivated in the system.
Please. There you go again with your blanket generalizations. You know how you are, oh, Max, the woe is me. Oh, my Lord, I can't take it. I just can't take it. It's a case-by-case basis. You can't just blanketly decide this should not be one and dones or this should be one and dones. You got to go on a case-by-case basis. Some dudes deserve to be one and dones. Some people don't. It's on a case-by-case basis.
And that is my point. Thank you for making it for me. Every kid thinks they're the exception to the rule. And members of the media like, Stephen A. Smith, are encouraging these kids to come out early.
Look, Max, bottom line is this. You got to take this into consideration. You had two dudes. They were called the Height brothers. Now, you had Nick Howard. This kid had a lot of promise. What does he do? He goes to college. Very uneventful first year, no doubt. The second year, he was pretty good. Here's the problem. The NBA, it's not about pretty good. You need to be great on the collegiate level, on the prep level, in summer leagues and what have you, in order for you to get the stature that you deserve. That's the bottom line. You're pretty good ain't good enough to be that stud NBA.
That's exactly my point.
Let me finish. There's another example. I did say the Hype brothers. I wasn't talking about one individual. I was talking about two. What happens? One and done in a different way. 1 year, one ACL injury later, and look where he's at now. His future is clearly uncertain. So you got to take advantage of that opportunity because you never know when an injury is going to cost you everything.
Stephen A., listen to yourself. Let's listen to yourself for a second. You give one argument for why a kid should come out early, a one-and-done situation. I can give you 30 arguments this morning alone why they should stay in school. And now you have to wonder what a kid like Nick Howard, who has given up his college eligibility, does next. What does he do next?
First of all, don't sweat the technique. The argument, or one argument, as long as it's strong enough, that's all that matters. That's number one. Number two, the Hype brothers was something special. What they really, really need to do. I'm going to tell you what they need to do, Mac. They need to get back to playing together. My sources are telling me the ACL injury has been completely healed. So go on a pro-am circuit. Go in summer leagues. Do what you got to do to get back on the court together to remind everybody of what you once were. Because once you pull that off, the sky's the limit. That's what they need to do. Get back to playing ball together, because when people see what you can do as one, the other arguments don't really matter. Like I said, don't sweat the technique.
Back and forth, like, don't know what you asking for, but just back and forth, like, but this your man still back to home, he ain't that important, like, you ain't really seen it like that before, not like that before, you like, when you put it like that, you right, if you think you got it like that, when I act like that, alright, nobody had to backtrack, I gon' fact, you right, already know what you want, so why you keep hitting my phone? Thought you was with it before, just wait till I get in my zone. Stop all the silly talk, Marvin told me never. Certain things to start to pick up on. You cannot trick me, the jig is up. Level up just like, evidently you don't. No, the boy ain't no chump. Real leader don't say nothing. I'ma roll up. Then I post up like dumb. When you gon' give up, keep it real, girl, quick fun. When you put it like that, you right. If you think you got it like that, when I act like that, alright. I'm about to have to backtrack, I gon' fact, you right, yeah. Never ever give a the clue what you really trying to get into. Both the friends wanna come with me, bookings always coming through. Can't let you walk out the door till you show me what that in for. Not trying to mess up the vibe, but you got cool in the vibe. Say that she feelin' my aura, but never been with a hitter from Aurora. Cause she is Salvadorian. Guess like she worked at Sephora. Everything going accordingly until she started feeling too important. I couldn't do nothing for her. Before shorty left out the door, she said, when you put it like that, you right. If you think you got it like that, when I act like that, alright. I'm about to have to backtrack.
This is New York City, the mecca of basketball. The original Rucker League began here in 1947. 9 years later, the tournament found a permanent home uptown at ps156 Playground. Those early Rucker days showcased talents like Lou Alcindor, Wilt the Stilt, and Earl the Pearl. It's also where Julius Erving became the Doctor. In 1974, the park was respectfully renamed Holcomb Rucker Park in honor of the tournament founder. Now, many have influenced the growth of the Rucker since, but none more heavily than the late great Greg Marius, founder of the EBC. Many would argue that the Ruck is the birthplace of true street ball and the crossover dribble. Considering New York City's penchant for flashy guard play, there are few who can challenge that. After the legendary exploits of Rucker alumni like Rod Strickland, Rafer Alston, and Kyrie Irving, it goes without saying that getting crossed up or banged on can happen to anybody at any given moment here. It's no wonder that this unassuming uptown playground has become the most widely recognized street ball court in the world. Rucker Park, Harlem. play of the game.
Yeah, you could copy paste me, but you cannot replace me. We is not creative, yeah, so we is not related. Whole squad feeling godly lately. Yeah, I'm a god, that's how mommy raised me. Yeah, they tryna violate me, tryna beat the king like babe, yeah. You could copy paste me, but you cannot replace me. This flow cool, yeah, probably, maybe. I'm shining, I'm raining, they trying to shade them. And y'all constantly, and mine probably need training. And I'm obviously obligated, but the flow's got Nas, even nauseated, yeah. Yeah, see me in the city, say what's up, yeah. Everybody know I'm showing love, yeah. Same time I be showing love, yeah. I do what I want, whatever I want. I wanna one. I'm one-on-one, yeah. I'm one-on-one, yeah. I look around, I'm the only one, yeah. I'm one-on-one, said I'm one-on-one, yeah. I'm one-on-one.
You got this star quality, bro, and I don't mean that on no honor with you. You can light the rap game on fire.
You could copy paste me, yeah, but you cannot replace me. These number twos keep trying to trace me. I swear these number twos keep trying to erase me. I'm blowing up, so they trying to
Beautiful Venice Beach. A place like no other, fit with a cast of characters and all the sun, sand, and shoreline you can handle. But Venice Beach basketball brings a completely different kind of beauty to the beach. A beauty made of long-range jumpers, meta-world peace-level defense, and some of the best athletic ability in the West. And it ain't news. Since the heyday of the OG Ray Lewis dropping 50 on Michael Cooper in the 80s. Since Freedom Williams put up 75 in a college game. Since Ron Beals created the trend of street ball legends pushing the pros to their very limits under the scorching California sunshine. Long before baggy shorts and the elbow sleeve became the universal uniform of choice, every guard at Venice has been a menace. And the rule here is, you reach, we teach. Teach your defense the definition of pressure, and big men, pack a lunch. It's gonna be a long day down there in the paint. Out here, the days are long, and the handles are strong. Are you ready to get busy on the beach? Venice. play of the game.
Saw the way she looked me in my eyes. She said, baby, I am not afraid to die. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. Phantom, that's alright. Inside all white, like something you ride a sled. No, I just want that. My really, I'm mad. I really her man now. Everybody got the same swag now. Watch the way I tear down. All the way to the top, all the way to it be falling, no. Every time that you leave your spot, your girlfriend call me like, come on, no. I like the way that she treat me, gon' leave you, won't leave me, I call it that Casino. She say I'm insane, yeah, I wanna bring ya up the brain, yeah. Please, make it go away. I'm committed, not addicted, but it keep controlling me. Out of pain, I can feel it, I swear that it's slowing me. Yeah, I don't really care if you cry.
Golden State's dreams can come true tonight. The entire season comes down to one game. These NBA Finals all even at 3 games apiece. It's Game 7. Jeff, how do the players deal with this pressure?
It's so hard. You've worked your entire life for this opportunity. The pressure is immense. Every play will be magnified. We will see in a couple hours who can handle the pressure the best.
Ref blows the whistle. He's got a foul. Kyrie Irving picks up his first of the night. First free throw, perfect.
Oh, that was great body control. To be able to absorb the contact and still get off a quality shot. Just didn't get it to drop.
Ball comes loose. Good play. Gets the steal. Durant with the highlight reel slam.
Oh, look at the athleticism exploding up to finish with the hammer.
Love steps in, sets a screen. Goes for the three-pointer. That one halfway down before popping out. Kicks it out to the corner. Thompson from beyond the arc. Hits the three. A huge shot from downtown. Golden State shooting 38% from downtown this season.
Hey, this is a results-oriented business. I'm not crazy about that transition three, but it went in, and they got the hoop they needed.
Quickly moves it down the floor. Sends it to the corner. Throws it behind the back. Green against Love. 11 seconds now on the shot clock. Oh, there's that Euro step move. Pretty. Pass to the corner to Thompson. Curry against Irving. Curls in. Off the dribble. Gets it to go. And the foul. And it's on to the free throw line. One shot to complete the three-point play.
Terrific concentration to finish the shot and now shoot a free throw.
Unable to connect on the free throw. Back on offense, they need to get something going. James with the strong finish at the rim.
Keep playing the game. Don't play the score. Attack the basket, try to whittle this lead down 2 by 2, and work your way back to a manageable number.
Durant with the nasty dunk all over his defender. And here's the replay with another look at that tremendous play.
He's playing downhill right now. All of his force going to the rim with strength and ferocity.
Oh, excellent screen. Smith dunks it hard.
Now that's a big man dunk right there. Finishing with strength and force.
Behind the back pass. Curry. 11 seconds remaining on the 24. And the rebound taken by Thompson. Oh, terrific feed. James is turned away. What a block. Green to Curry. We're down to 11 seconds on the shot clock. Curry for 2, lets it go. Rebound handled by James. Smith. Oh, nice pull-up jumper. The two-pointer won't go. Three minutes gone by in the first. Golden State's up by 7. Rebounded by James. Gets to the rim. He says no, but the ref says foul called against Curry. And Kyrie Irving will go to the line with under 2 minutes to go in the first.
That's good, sound, solid basketball right there. You go strong to the basket, you get fouled, and now you have a great free throw shooter shooting free throws.
What a play. Timed that one perfectly.
That is just lackluster and lackadaisical play right there. To give up a free throw rebound with the lead, inexcusable.
Off the glass.
It's not enough just to beat your man off the dribble. You've got to finish the play with strength at the rim.
To Green. Shumpert sets the... And the ball is stolen. Oh, what a play!
Oh, that's a sweet finish right there. Dunking the ball with strength and force.
Ball knocked out of his hands. The ball travels straight out of bounds. Derrick Rose, the subs back in. The Cavs get the inbound in here.
Cleveland's really needing a bucket coming out of this timeout. They need something, anything, to kickstart some momentum.
He puts it up. Strong rebound by Iguodala. Pass to the corner. Looking to curl in for the layup. Puts it in, and they take this lead into double figures.
Great dribble drive there to get to the basket and finish with an easy layup.
Golden State's leading Cleveland by a score of 17-7. To Love. Love for 2, shoots away. To Iguodala. Seconds now on the shot clock. Oh, nice fadeaway. Rebound corralled by Green. To Love. Love fires. Can't connect from close range. Sweet no-look pass. Oh, that's a pretty finish on a beautiful pass from Stephen Curry.
And here's another look at that spectacular play.
Throws his shot, swatted away. So that'll end the first quarter. Golden State's up by 10. Stay with us for more NBA on ESPN after this short break. Gets in the paint to the rim. Strong rebound for another possession. Livingston to the rim. Off the glass. Oh, what a pass from Andre Iguodala.
He got a hand in his face, but had no impact on the shot. Nice two-point jumper.
Backing his way down in the post. Shoots it for two. Just won't go from point-blank range.
Tightly contested shot. That was going to be tough to make no matter who you are.
Sweet entry pass. Green for two. Can't convert on his first shot of the night.
That's a very solid execution right there. Even though they missed that open jump shot, if you have possessions like that, you'll get back into this game.
Ball knocked loose. There's a steal. Green jump shot. Strong offensive rebound. Nails it. He's shooting 75% from the field.
You're playing from ahead. Don't take your foot off the gas pedal. Keep pushing and probing the defense. Here's solid defense, but better offense, making the transition jumper.
Layup off the fake. Iguodala the rebound. Cleveland now back on defense. They need a big stop to turn things around. Screen set nicely. Livingston jump shot. Bang! Three-pointer. Sean Livingston with 9 points and 1 steal. They'll stop it right here. Here's a timeout. The Cavaliers down by 19.
Your job as a coach is try to keep the game close. Here, they just totally mismanaged their timeouts by allowing their opponent to go on this huge run and then calling the timeout. Why call a timeout now? The game is basically over. You've allowed the lead to balloon.
He's fouled, and he'll head to the line with under 3 to go here in the first half. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Golden State leading Cleveland by a score of 30-11. To Smith. He curls. Smith puts it in. Oh, what a pretty crossover.
You're down big. How are you going to work your way back into the game? Drive the ball to the basket to get points in the paint and also the chance of getting fouled.
Into the front court, desperate for some points. Loses control. Here's a steal. On the run with the floater. And Stephen Curry with a nice play. He's got 8 points in this matchup. The screen is set. Irving on the drive. Oh, rejected by Green.
That's great emergency defense right there on that block shot. Coming over and erasing the mistakes that happened previously.
Gets it down low. Oh, throws it right back at him. With the no-look pass. Nice. It's good. Off the quick release from Kevin Durant. An 8-0 run for the Warriors. Smith. The shot clock down to 12 seconds remaining. Drives inside. Throws it up high. It's a turnover off the deflected pass. Oh, excellent screen. Irving's denied. Gets a hand on it, but it's knocked out of bounds. Little personnel change going on right now. And LeBron James will get to inbound. Love sets the pick. Shot clock says 12. Can't hold on to the ball. Comes up with a pretty steal. Curry for two. He rattles it in.
Hey, that's one you just have to tip your hat to the shooter. Knocked in a contested two-point shot.
And Cleveland calls a timeout here, trying to slow down the opposition's momentum.
I don't understand the timeout management here. You need to try to keep the game within striking distance. Instead, they allow them to go on this big run to run up this huge lead, and now they take their timeout.
8 seconds now on the 24. James. Shot clock down to 3. That's a three-pointer.
Golden State's been unstoppable throughout this first half with their scoring, and the opposition just doesn't look like they've got any idea of how to slow it down.
Curry puts it in on a straight drive down the middle. And here's another look at that solid finish at the rim.
Cleveland's down big in this first half, and it's not looking pretty. They need to start playing with some intensity on the defense.
At the buzzer, misses the three. Kevin Durant's 1 for 2 from the perimeter. First half comes.